Okay, fine. So, can you just, introduce yourself? I mean, what is your expectation from this course? So, that will be helping me to design the course and all. I mean, uh, that will be really helpful. So, what is your expectation? I mean, why you're going for this course?
One thing is, okay, let me tell about myself. I am right now in US. I was in US for past 4 years. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so for past 4 years I'm in US, and I'm into about technical side only. For the, and
Okay.
for
Okay.
the past 4 years I'm in US, but overall I have 10.3 years of experience in technical side about only all the areas, rest of areas.
Okay.
Okay, recently I learned LEWM, WM. So
Mm-hmm.
I wrote the certification. So
Okay.
I got the certification, LEWM certification. Now I'm planning to write the WM, MM also. So
Okay.
last time Navin arranged me very nice person, you know. So he made me to, I mean, without him, I mean, I'm talking about the trainer. So he
Mm-hmm.
was a very good trainer, experienced trainer, and it was so helpful, and I was able to write the certification. So my expectation is I should know that actually, 10 years of experience means, I know some basics of the MM, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I want to write the certification. So I need the theory as well as the practical, practice wise.
Okay. Okay.
So you
So
got it what
basic.
I'm saying? Actually, you
Yeah,
wanted
I
to
got
know.
it.
So
Yeah.
I started my career in 2003 Kolkata, IBM. So
Okay.
working in IBM for 2 years. After that, I joined into the Telugu Asia Private Limited, Hyderabad. I was there in offshore, like in Hyderabad. I was in offshore for 5 years. After 5 years completion in the offshore with the IntelliGroup, I moved to the US.
Okay, fine. So basically, you want to write certification exam as well as to understand the MM, the basic level. You already have experience, but you wanted to go in depth. Like what I mean.
Actually, as a technical, I know some tables,
Hmm.
some enhancements, exits,
Okay.
like that. I don't know enough.
Okay.
So
Okay,
what
fine.
that
So I
that is the
think.
one thing. That is one thing.
Hmm.
Abhijit, right? Abhijit. And
Yeah, Abhijit.
one more thing is, you tell me. Please introduce yourself.
Sorry.
I want to know your background and how many years you are working in this area. So where you
Okay.
used to work.
I have around 8 years of experience, and all 8 years are in MM, SAP MM. Apart
Mm.
from MM, like I worked in WM and mostly SRM.
Oh,
Okay,
okay, okay, okay.
SRM I have around 3 years,
Mm.
but MM is like a primary skill. I have done my certification in MM,
Oh, you done
and
certification? Good. Then you are very best useful for me. Then you can guide me, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I can guide you from certification point of view also, like what are the questions, what are the patterns.
Mm.
Uh, Generally, even though they generally keep on changing the cutoff and a little bit in pattern, but you already wrote for WM, so you
Yeah,
can understand they ask only basic, not any related to any table, T
yeah,
codes and
yeah.
other things. So it
I
will
know.
be a business process driven. So it will be not difficult if you know the basic.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. That's what. Okay.
So
So
you wrote exam for LE or WM? I think LE.
LEWM, LEWM,
Okay,
LEWM.
LEW.
The certification. I'll show you my certification. I'll show you. Don't worry.
No, no, I mean,
Yeah.
uh,
No. What I'm saying, you can see, you can know the what. I mean, in the certification, the certification comes from Germany, there is nothing. Just my name and SAP letterhead. That's a signature. But when I
Mm-hmm.
passed the, because I wrote the exam in one of the centers, SAP
Mm-hmm.
certificate centers. So they
Mm-hmm.
gave me the detailed sectioning, like which section how many I got. I have the
Yeah, they
scorecard.
used to give, yes.
Yeah,
The
I have
moment you submit, it will display on the screen like in which section, how much
no. Actually,
marks you have scored.
maybe now it is changed actually. What is changed? So I don't know the anything. Just I have only. I mean, when I wrote, just submit only. Next thing is the supervisory CP there. They I got a message on the system that please go and see the supervisor. There is a supervisor in that hall. I mean that examination center. So they gave me that scorecard. So I didn't even know whether I passed or failed.
Yeah, same way here also.
I
It's a
mean
global,
system.
so
Yeah, system
yeah, I
doesn't
mean,
say. System
yeah,
doesn't say whether.
system, yeah, the moment you submit, the guy, the instructor or supervisor, they will come and they will tell you to please note down your score section
No,
wise.
they gave me a printout.
Okay,
They gave me printout.
okay.
Okay, that's fine. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you are working now where in Accenture, IBM, or
No, I work with Deloitte.
Deloitte? Very
Yeah.
good, very good.
So
So you are 8 years in Deloitte or somewhere?
no, earlier I worked with multiple company like Infosys, HCL.
No, okay, that's fine.
Uh,
That's okay.
Even I worked in US also for a 1 year.
So where?
I was in Atlanta. From
Where?
Atlanta, it's 25 miles. Place called Duluth.
Duluth. Yeah, yeah,
So
very nice, very nice.
I was
Actually, I
at
am in
Clinton.
Kingsport. You know Kingsport, Tennessee.
Uh,
I mean,
it's
Atlanta
near
is
to
very,
which place?
yeah, it
Okay,
is very,
you are near Atlanta only.
yeah, near, it is 4.5 hours drive from Kingsport. Actually, I am in Tennessee. Right? I mean, right now I'm in Tennessee.
Okay, okay, okay.
So don't know which
Because
company you have.
I
Yeah.
went there two times, but
Oh,
never been around much. Only the
yeah.
downtown and nearby.
All right, that's good, that's good. Did you see the Coke office and the CNN
Yeah, yeah, yes.
CNN?
The museum and there is something called that. Coke Museum and then aquarium, the big aquarium, Olympic
Hershey's
Park.
chocolate, Hershey's chocolate. Yeah.
I think Olympic Park was there. I went for one match also, WWE match.
Oh, okay, okay.
Uh,
Rolling, yeah, rolling. Okay.
and
That's fine,
I
that's
mean,
okay. Just I want to make you, I want you to make feel comfortable. That's all.
yeah, no, I'm just saying like, yeah, that's really nice place. Only thing is like downtown. We went only 5 to 6 times, but it was a good place, the Atlanta.
Okay, okay, good, good,
I
good.
just went 2 times. One time for 1 month or 2 months, and then one for a long time.
Okay. So, right, good, good. Okay.
Okay. So I don't think so now SAP overview required and all other things because you already working in SAP as a developer, so you have a idea about WM. So I will be just starting with the directly MM and the basic, and then we'll go much more in the depth. Okay.
Okay. I have one more question. I mean, I want to say something.
Mm-hmm.
So just if you are certified, I believe in you. Okay. So I will continue. Okay. I mean, however it will be the demo. So we will continue. My thing is, so how many days you will take the class for a week?
It will be taking around 40 hours.
And how
Uh,
many classes you will take weekly?
40
How many?
hours means if we'll continue.
every day?
around, yeah, every day, like approximately 2 hours, 5 days in a week, so it will be 10 hours. Uh, if we'll continue 10 hours in a week, it will take 4 weeks. If we'll continue 1.5 hours in a week, then based on that, it will be taking 6 weeks, like that.
Yeah, we'll continue in the 2 hours.
Okay,
What is,
fine.
I mean, you tell me your compartments because you might be going to the office, right? Anyhow, to the,
Uh,
I am a night time only. That's fine for me.
yeah, I mean, I work in a US time. I am in US Deloitte, so I mostly work in a US time.
Okay.
Uh, I'm in the second shift, like 1 to 10, like that.
Okay.
So morning I don't have
So
any problem.
okay, that's fine. This time is comfortable for you.
Yeah, this is good. I mean,
Uh,
uh, you're in the East Coast, right?
yeah, my time is Eastern. EST.
Okay,
No, not
so
CST. It's EST. So if you open up, I'll tell you. Go for click on it. Click on. If you want to add one more clock, you can add it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I
I'll
generally
tell you the Eastern time. What is there? Open it. Uh, check Washington DC like something W. Yeah, go. No, no, no. Go there, go there. Type E. See, US and Canada Eastern time. Come down. 4 clicks. Come down, come down, come down, come down, 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 down. Central, yeah, Central, yeah, Bogota, Eastern time. Next, next.
yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, okay.
Okay, that is the one thing. Second thing is, so you are certified, right? That is true, right?
Yeah, I mean, why are you asking like that? I mean, it's
Just I want to make sure, what I'm
it's a
saying is,
weird way to ask. I mean,
uh,
yeah, I mean, I told
just
you
I want,
that's okay. It's not
I
about
don't
the
want to go.
believing. If you don't have belief, I mean, don't go with the any class. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I want to make sure. So if you are certified, I
mm,
don't want,
yeah, I mean,
I will not ask Naveen to arrange one more trainer. So that's what I'm just making sure.
no, 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 nothing like that. Even
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. No, if I hurt you, I'm sorry, but just I want to make
and not hurt you, but yeah, sure, it is not a good way to ask. It's
sure.
very
Just
unusual, and you're the first person who asked me in such a weird way.
no, no, no. Actually, I am asking you only, right? So I'm not.
I mean, no, I mean, you ask, and then you're asking whether it's true or not. You're questioning the something which is really bad.
No, that's fine. That's what I'm asking you only. So you say yes, that's fine. I my
I told you
intention is
3 times.
my intention is so I want to go with you. That's all. That's me.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. If I have, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, fine. So let me start with this. Okay. So what you know in SAP MM? I mean, if I say we are going with the SAP MM, what we are expecting? What are the area we are going to cover? What exactly we do in SAP MM? So what is your idea about that?
So my idea is like so MM means there is a actually I think it's a procurement, material procurement.
Mm-hmm.
So for procurement, I mean we can buy the material from vendor, or we can so to buy the material from vendor, so we should have the vendors listed vendors. So once we buy the material, so we have to store in somewhere like in a warehouse or inventory. So once the inventory once we receive the goods, so we have I mean through the I mean we either purchase order, we receive the goods, and once we to stock in the IM or WM, so we need to use the goods receipt. So if the plant is assigned to the plant and storage location is assigned to WM, that's another part. It comes with WM. So we need to have a plant storage location. So
Okay.
mainly purchasing, right?
Okay. So material management, basically it's divided in three major part. Okay. First we call as a purchasing. Okay, that's procurement part. Second part we have that we call as a inventory management. And the third part we call as a logistic invoice verification. Okay, so these three are the major three pillar of SAP MM. Okay, first what we do in the purchasing, we buy a material on behalf of my plant, my department. We buy a material from the vendor, and then in inventory management we stock them. Okay, we stock them at in our storage location or warehouse, and warehouse is not an appropriate word to use in SAP, but yes, in a general term we call as a, like, we stock the material whatever we buy from our vendor, and then the vendor produce an invoice. Whatever you are buying a material from vendor produce an invoice, and those invoice you need to verify. What we verify? We just verify quantity and price. It does not mean that whatever you, invoice you're verifying, your vendor will get a payment. Once you verify the invoice, information goes to finance, and then finance process the payment. Okay. Now question here is like what we are going to learn in this. So first of all, apart from three major area like purchasing, inventory management, and logistic invoice verification, we will be seeing what are the organization structure we have. Okay, what are the master data we have, and then we'll go in this particular segment. Okay, and there are few terms that we need to use as it is, like say sometimes you call supplier, sometimes we call as a vendor. So there are very depth meaning also there, so we should not confuse about that. Okay, like say examples, supplier and vendor. Okay, so both are, can you tell me the difference between vendor and supplier? What is your understanding? Why we call sometimes vendor, sometimes supplier?
So my understanding is vendor is a person so who will be sending, sending the materials maybe 1 year throughout the year or 2 years, 3 years, for like regular supply. Supplier means one time. I'm thinking.
Yeah, that is partially true, but like say for any product you can have a n number of suppliers available in the market, but you have approved only 5 suppliers for procurement process. That means all 5 suppliers become a vendor. So even though you are buying a one time also, that supplier become a vendor for you.
So approved suppliers are vendors.
Perfect. That's a statement. All approved suppliers will be vendor. There is a model called SRM. Okay, so supplier relationship management. Why we call supplier there? Because what we do in that module, you just on the portal you are giving access to all suppliers, and they are registering themselves. They are filling all the questionnaires. They are giving all the bidding fee. They are participating in tendering process. They are participating in the live auction. And once you approve those supplier as a vendor, then you create a vendor master in this ECC. Okay, that we call as a backend system also. So this CCC, whatever you see, you never see as a supplier master. You always see as a vendor master, because that is already approved. Since it is approved, we take their bank details, we take their all the address, each and everything, and then we maintain the master data. Otherwise, I will not be interested to create so many master data for all the suppliers. Okay, so I mean, I just given one example. Sometimes you get confused and small. Sometimes we use as a supplier, sometimes as a vendor, but in SAP we are talking about the MM. It's a vendor. Okay. Uh, so as I told you, like we need to go with, understand first organization structure, then master data, and then purchasing, inventory, and logistic invoice verification. Where logistic invoice verification is very, you can say, one of the smallest area. The major part is the purchasing of procurement. Sometimes people look, especially in the US, they ask like, we are looking for inventory management. Okay, they're looking for inventory. But as a IT guy, of course, there are multiple module requirement. Is I mean, of course, that's a requirement, especially in Canada, US, where they ask for MM WM. That's one of the combinations. So, but a lot of places you will see we are looking for only procurement process specialist. Okay, I mean that is the one part of the MM. Okay, so we'll start with the organization structure. Okay, in warehouse you have an organization structure, which is a little bit complex than this. Okay, one of the simplest organization structure you'll find in MM.
Oh, okay. The WM is the complex one, you say?
Yeah, I mean that's bit not complex, but at least this is simpler than WM. WM is the simple, but this is more simpler. Okay.
Very good.
When we talk about the procurement process, like say to be honest, when I did my certification, I was not much, I was able to work on SAP because there was no relation. I mean, totally say like I was not able to do any kind of solutioning, nothing. So once you work on the system, you do the practice, that's a key. Even I will tell you, like I'm certified, it doesn't means like I know MM. I have worked on the SAP, then I can tell, okay, I can take the class or I can work on any project. Okay, certification is all about the basics, telling about the business process, like maybe with the diagram and some theory on that is actually really required, because as a basic, as a textbook, but once you go in the okay, so what you heard last word, I think we had lost you.
I'll tell you, MM is the simplest architecture.
Okay, fine. So what I was talking about, in warehouse we have a org structure, like a warehouse, storage type, storage section, and then below you go to the the bin area. I mean bins and quant, like that. Right. We have a procurement, org structure in MM. Okay. And in MM, what I'm saying, it is little bit simple than warehouse. Okay. But what I was trying to tell, whenever we did the certification, that is telling about the theory, like, okay, what is the org structure. So you can see here on the screen, okay, I think this will be the good example. Yeah, just a second. Okay. So you can see on your screen, your organization structure is like client, company code, plant, and store location. These are the only 4 labels. Okay. And it looks very simple. If somebody asks me organization structure of the inventory management, it's just a 2 minutes to remember and 5 seconds to tell you. Okay, but what I was trying to say, whenever you work on solutioning part, it has a really big impact. You must understand which are the data is maintained at client level, which is the data maintained at plant level, and okay, now good to go. So again, like what you heard the last time, because I think you again lost it in between.
Yeah, we are talking about this organization.
Okay, I think there only.
I mean, you are telling the DM org structure.
Your voice is breaking. Naveen, can you hear him clearly? So Balaji, now what you see on your screen, that is the organization structure of inventory management. Okay, we have a two structure, one we call as the inventory management, another one we call as a procurement management. So we have a two org structure. Okay, so in the org structure, what you see there, we have a client, company code, plant and store location. These are the four level possible. After storage location, we don't have any classification.
Okay.
Make simple, right? It's a client, company code, plant and store location. And the picture is so simple, which is telling a lot of information. Okay, so I'll go with the information. First of all, what is client? What is your understanding as a client? There will be technical definitions, there will be functional definitions.
Okay. So client is the any organization, no? Any
Yes.
organization.
Yeah. So technically, of course, you are, you will be knowing far better than me. Technically, like basically, you need some key or primary key for installation. You need a client to identify unique entity. But I will just talk about only functional wise. So you can have a multiple companies, like say you take a Tata or Reliance. They have a multiple companies like a Tata Consultancies, Tata Power, Tata Steel, Tata Motors. Okay, so all companies club together, they become as a corporate group. So if I tell you what is client, client is nothing but the corporate group, which can have one company or more than one company. Even though you have a one company, we create one client, because in future it may add one more company or more than one. Okay, so client is nothing but a corporate group, which is a club together of all the company code. Okay, now under the client we can have a different company codes. Okay. Now in SAP, I mean, we are using a company code, not company. Okay, so what is the difference basically? Why we create a company code? Company code, we decide, like if you wanted to generate your balance sheet, you wanted to generate your profit and loss sheet, then you create that particular site as a company code. Example, you have a two plant, one is in Hyderabad and another one is in say Kolkata, and because of legal issue you need to generate a balance sheet separately, even though both are coming under same company code, but you need to generate a balance sheet at each location. That means in SAP you need to create both as a company code. Clear?
So you mean two company codes you need to create for two locations for a separate balance sheet?
If you have a requirement like that, that means the product is designed like that. Balance sheet can be generated only at company code level. So suppose Abhijit has a two plant, one is in Hyderabad and another one is in Kolkata, and I wanted to generate a balance sheet at each location. I have to create, maybe both are coming under the same company, but in SAP point of view, in SAP product point of view, I need to configure both, I need to map those plant as a company code in the SAP, two company code.
Yeah.
Because
So
I cannot generate the balance sheet below the company code or above the company code. Only at company code it is possible.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
tell me.
if we want to generate a balance sheet for each location, so we need
Mm-hmm.
to create a company code for each location.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So generally when we talk to client, okay, when the client, when we are talking to business, where we are talking to client, uh, we discuss this thing with their finance. Okay.
Mhm.
There can be possibility like in Bangalore, like right now I'm in Bangalore. So Bangalore, there are so many places we call as a SEZ. Of course, in Hyderabad also there are a lot of places which is under ACZ, Special Economic Zone.
Yes.
So so government has a different guidelines. Maybe government says like you need to generate, you need to put some more taxes, or you need to get some tax exemption. You need to generate a separate balance sheet for that, whatever. Okay, so we discuss this thing with the finance, and based
Yes.
on that we decide whether it will be company code or not. And it is not our cup of tea, only it will be decided by finance module. So there is nowhere any relation between company code and MM. Okay, whereas in warehouse,
There is no, say it again, I missed it. There is no link between company code and MM.
okay, what I'm trying to say here is company code will be decided and configure, and all this thing will be done by the finance.
Only company code is decided by the finance people,
Yeah,
not by the MM team, material management.
never.
Oh,
As MM, I don't care. I don't care. I'm just bothered about my plant and storage location.
oh, okay. I got it.
Okay. So if
Okay.
I'll tell you again in very basic term, whenever you perform, or whenever any financial posting required, anything related to accounting or money is involved, a very simple word.
Hmm.
If money is involved, you always understand it will be mostly at the company code level.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Plant level, we don't do any kind of account money posting and all. Okay. So if I wanted to run a payment or something, or anywhere money involved, means it is at company code level.
Right. I got it.
Okay. You remember always WM. Okay. Whatever the org structure, it has to be done by the WM consultant. But here it is nothing. It is not our property. Even you change anything at the plant level, you
Hmm.
need to consult almost all the module, because it will affect all the module. It is bit complex. It looks very simple. It is very complex.
Okay. So, deciding how many company codes in the corporate is always a very important task.
Come again. I didn't get you.
I
Sorry.
mean, deciding how many company codes a corporate group want to have, it is a difficult task.
Yeah, it's a long discussion. Even how many
Okay.
plant also. I mean, how many
Okay.
plant, how many store location.
Hmm.
Why I'm telling you, because when you create a plant or company code, it affects other module also. Like a
Yeah.
project system, it affects plant maintenance,
Okay.
production, everywhere. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So as the org structure, it is really simple, but once we'll see in the SAP, we'll understand, why this is required. Like say in warehouse management, you have a two view, warehouse management one view and two view. So
Right.
second view we maintain at the different org structure level. Like say we maintain at the storage type, whatever the storage type you have in that level, where you give all the palletization data and all.
Right.
Okay, so like
Okay.
that. Yeah, like that we have a different org structure, and we maintain few data at company code level, few data at plant level, and few data at the store location.
Oh,
Okay, so that's about the company code. If you want to generate a balance sheet, separate balance sheet and the profit and loss sheet, that we can generate at the company code level. Okay, as many you want, you need to create as many company code.
hmm.
The third thing is the plant.
Mm.
Plants are under the company code, and you can see it cannot be a cross company code. What I mean
Yeah.
to say, the plant 1000 cannot be assigned to company code 0002.
So if a plant is assigned to one company code, it should not be assigned to another company code.
Yeah, I'll tell you a very simple example so you can remember. It's a parent-child relation. Company's code is a parent, so one child cannot belong to two different parents. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is the way we also learn from our teachers. So it's very clear.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah,
if a plant is assigned to one company code, it cannot be assigned to another company code.
perfect.
Yeah.
So we can see it's a unique
Right.
company code, and plants are unique number. If I say, Balaji, please transfer a material from 1100 to 2000, that's it. You should not ask me which company code, because
Exactly.
plants are also very unique key.
Right. So company code and plant combination is unique.
Yeah.
Right? Combination. Company code and plant.
Not combination. As even I say this statement, plant is a unique, means if I tell you the plant number, that's it. No need to tell you the company code.
Yeah. What I'm saying is company code and plant combination is unique. That's okay. What I'm telling, that's correct.
Okay, yeah. So of course, that because both are unique, so that will be there. But the assignation, we do the assignation of the plant, which is under the company code, and that cannot be assigned to the different company code. Below the plant, we have a storage location, and we can see we have a multiple storage locations.
Right.
Okay. Can you see? You can see if like if I ask you to check the inventory stock under the storage location 0002, okay, you can see 0002 is under the 1000 and under 1100. Okay, so that means you will be asking me, Abhijit, please tell me which plant. That means storage location is not unique.
Oh.
Okay. So in the same way, what I'm trying to say, in the same way, system will pop up you. System will ask you the questions. Please let me know under which plant you're looking for a stock. Okay.
Yeah.
So many information you can see from the one picture. Okay. So now if I'll summarize this, I'll tell you the client will be on the top of the place, which will be applicable to all the company code. That is a global data. I have a one client across the 100 countries. All the data will be same for 100 countries. If we'll maintain the data at client level. Then we have a company code, we have a plant, and we have a store location. Except client, all entity is a 4-digit code. It can be alphanumeric also. 4-digit code. Client is a 3-digit. The second information I can infer is except storage location, all are unique numbers. Okay. Even though no combination required, if I say the plant 2000, that's it. System will understand it is under which company code. Okay. The third thing is, so already I think we have discussed. So this part is we call as the organization level in the inventory management. Now if we'll move to the organizational structure in the procurement side, okay, this is the procurement process organization structure. You can see first 4 are same. It's a client, company code, a plant, store location. Okay, but we have two more additional org structure, that is a purchasing organization and purchasing group. Okay. Now what is the meaning of purchasing group or purchasing organization? Okay. Why it is not given in that structure? Because first I'll tell you what is purchasing organization.
Mm.
Purchasing organization is nothing but the purchasing department, just like a purchasing department, which is responsible for doing the procurement.
Mm.
Okay, like say example, I am in Bangalore and you are in say Atlanta. Okay, I have a plant across the globe, like I have a plant in UK, US and India. And maybe I'm the responsible for procurement in US. So whenever you create a purchase order, you will be using purchasing organization as India. Means anybody can do the procurement on behalf of that company who is responsible. I'm saying, but you know, your business process says, you know, you only US purchasing organization can do the procurement for US. So all these things you can, for the plant specific, you can define in the configuration. Okay, based on your business process, what business process you follow. Okay, there can be business process where, you know, it can be centralized. Means I am the purchasing organization in India is responsible for all the global procurement for a few material. Like say I'm buying a radioactive materials, or I'm buying a very costly materials, which so I don't want, you know, the any US or UK plant should do the procurement. It's very sensitive and very specialization required. Okay, which cannot be procured by any department. So for material, for those kind of material, I can use a different purchasing organization. For but all the settings, what I'm trying to say here is all the settings are configurable, but you can do in a nutshell. What I'm trying to say, you can do the centralized procurement or decentralized procurement. Centralized procurement means I can buy for across the globe. Decentralized procurement means every plant has a assigned purchasing organization. Okay. Yeah, you were telling something. You can ask me.
That's one. Just you said you are the only responsible. If India people, India purchasing organization is responsible for the purchasing whole for the whole global. So Indian purchasing organization will be assigned when you're creating the purchasing.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Why we need this? Why we need this? I can tell you multiple examples. Like say example, I have a two plant. One is in Hyderabad, another one is in say Bangalore, and both require 100 number. But there is a vendor I found who is giving me a huge discount if I'll buy a 150 number in one shot. So I will go through the centralized purchasing organization. I can negotiate a better rate, okay, and then I can distribute the quantities. Okay, so there are so many strategy which will help you to do the procurement in a better way. Okay, may because of cost effective, may because of good negotiation. Sometimes term and conditions are really helpful for a procurement. So for that we have a purchasing organization, and it can be a specific to a plant. Okay, it will be only assigned to the particular plant purchasing organization. Okay.
Oh, it is specific to a plant?
Sorry?
Purchasing organization is specific to a plant.
Yeah, we will be it will be always specific to a plant. Okay, before that let me clear you one more thing. Have you seen any company?
Company since I'm in the Eastman company.
Your voice is not audible.
You were talking about the warehouse or company? What is the company?
Okay, yeah, I mean generally we don't see any company, right? Like when you go to the site, either you see the warehouse or you see the plant. You never see any company in life, right? suppose we say we have a company in the Hyderabad or Pune or Mumbai. What you see actually, you see some physical address, you see the plant. Okay, so company is nothing but the imaginary things.
Yes.
Okay, why we make a company? Because suppose you have a 4 plant in the world. You wanted to generate a balance sheet of for your all the 4 plant. So for a financial consolidation, you need a company. It may be a one-room office in the Switzerland, or it may be a head office in Atlanta. Okay, that's a company, and you have a 4 plant. But maybe you don't have company also, it's okay. What I'm trying to say here is company code or company is just imaginary things which we require to generate a balance sheet, which
Yes.
we require to generate a profit and loss sheet.
Yes.
And we need this only to do the financial consolidation. Whatever you're doing in each and every plant, all together we just generate a one balance sheet, which is at the company code level. So ideally speaking, you don't move any inventory at company code level. You don't do any kind of purchasing related activity at company code level.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Because physically you see only plant and storage location. So you just work, I mean all the movement, each and everything will be assigned to plant. Now coming to the purchasing organization, what I'm trying to say here is it can be specific to the plant or it can be specific to the cross company code plant. When I talk about the cross company code plant, that means the plant which belongs to different company code. I'll show you the picture which will make you very clear. So say example, okay, in the picture what you see now, it's called as a plant specific purchasing organization.
So purchasing organization A is specific to plant 1000.
That means purchasing organization B cannot do the procurement for a plant 1000.
Right.
Okay, it's simple. Okay, now you come to the cross plant purchasing organization.
So 1000 purchase organization can do purchasing for plant 1000 as well as 1100.
Perfect. Now coming to the another we call as a cross company code purchasing organization. This is bit tricky. What I'm trying to say here is, here all the 3 plant, okay, I will go in earlier slide. Earlier slide all says this plant 1000 and 1100 belongs to same company code. Here also it's same company code. But right now the situation is little bit tricky. Here all 3 plants belong to different company code at the bottom.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what is our learning and the focus should be, even though all 3 plant belongs to 3 different company code, we call as a cross company code purchasing organization. But end of the day, the purchasing organization is still assigned to plant, not to company code.
Right. Right. Okay.
Okay. So and that's a catch.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Though it is a cross company core purchasing, but purchasing arrangement assigned to plant level only.
Yeah, because there is no company code exists, so you still we are assigning to plant only. Only here different is the plant is belongs to different company code. Okay.
Right,
so as a MM consultant, we don't care about anything other than plant and store location. Whether financial things, entries and whatever things, of course in the integration point of view we care, and of course knowledge we can have, but what I'm saying as a ownership in the project, we don't bother about the company code settings and all other things. We are our only concern is our plant and storage location, how we are going to do the valuation, how we are going to stock, all other things. Okay. So now so this is all about the org structure. It's one of the simplest org structure we can see. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
it's a so now in the picture what you see, again I'll just tell you the org structure. We have the one of the simplest: client, company code, plant, and store location. That's it. So what I will do is I will just create a one material master. Okay, and I'll just show you how this particular org structure work. I mean, what is the importance? Okay, but mostly it will help you in the long run. Once you will go with the solution part, you will be seeing a lot of benefit. Okay, so let me quickly log in. Okay, so generally, as I told, org structure, after organization is structured, we have several master data available in the SAP. Okay, in material management also we have so many master data. Remember, material master is not a master data of MM only. Okay, it's a centralized data where all the module data can be maintained. Okay, like say you are from warehouse, you need to maintain your warehouse views in the material master. So only material master, MM guy, is not at all responsible for creation of the data or maintenance of the data.
Right.
Okay, so a lot of times we confuse, and a lot of guys they ask us as MM guy, please create the material master. No, okay. So mostly there will be a team, MDM team, the master data management team. They create a data, but if it is a project is not very big one and the scale is not a big, so we just start. I mean, we just create a material master, and with the very few views, like one or two views, like purchasing and basic data, and then quality, I mean production, those people will maintain as and when required. They will extend to their plant. Okay, we can do automatically by using the program or manually, whatever. Okay, so so I'm going to create the material master data. Okay, so go in the logistic. Okay, SAP has grouped all the module under the logistic. The reason behind, when you hear this logistic, okay, it sounds like something is moving. So why all the modules are under the logistic? Because the moment you buy a material, it comes to your plant, it goes to production, and then it goes to quality, then your warehouse, and from warehouse you're doing the shipment to your customers. So each and every place product is moving, your materials are moving. That's why all the module, even the SD, logistic execution, material management, project quality, all are coming under the logistics. So it's a logical grouping done by the SAP. Okay, so if I say I'm the logistic consultant, in terms of SAP, it's a big thing. Means you have a knowledge of 5 to 6 module, but generally, I mean, of SAP, logistic means we call about the AD you saw, the transportation management plan. Okay, so in SAP, logistic means it's a huge area. Okay, so we'll go in the material management, and then there is something called material master. Okay, so let me create the material master. You can see we have a special, we have a general. Okay, so we'll go with the general one. Okay, so this is your material master screen. Okay, is it good to go? I mean, you have time?
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, actually, so how much time you?
Otherwise, we can continue tomorrow. It will take around 45 minutes.
So I will continue from tomorrow. So take you take 2 hours, right?
Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah, we can continue tomorrow from the same time. I mean, or okay. So and we'll try to continue at least 2 hours. So we will be
Yeah,
able to
from tomorrow
complete it.
onwards I'll be there for 2 hours. I'll be available for 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah. So in that way, I mean, it's up to you because I'm not in hurry because again, I will tell you as a trainer, as a friend, or as a colleague or whatever, practice is the key.
Yeah, practice is
Okay.
the key.
Uh, I mean, to be very frank, I'll tell you, after each and every class, it looks very simple. It is simple, of course. I mean, but as a functional consulting point of view, I'm telling you, uh, if you do one cycle or you create one data in the SAP, you get lot of confidence, and just after class, if you do it, that's it. It is more than enough.
Right, right.
I will
Yeah.
try to make it very simple as possible and only with a very good concept. So, I mean, wherever you feel a doubt or something, you ask me. If it is a very logical at that point of view, I'll tell you. Else, I'll tell you like when to explain this. Okay. We'll go tomorrow all the material masters. So our motive is very clear, crystal clear. Like we need to complete the master data. We keeping in mind what is the organizational structure. Don't think organizational structure is so small. We have covered the organizational structure that you need to keep in your mind while creating master data, while doing all the other transaction. Every place you will feel what is the importance of org structure. I will be keep on telling you. Okay. After material master, then we'll jump to purchasing, which is one of the biggest area, and then equally important, the inventory management. Logistic invoice verification is one of the smallest area where we just do the verification or reversal of the invoice. Okay. Then I mean, at last we'll discuss what is the integration between SDMM, PPMM, WMMM, and MMFI, MMQ, or whatever. I mean, maybe 9 to 10 module, whatever you want. Okay. Generally, there are the most important 5 modules that I'll tell you. If you want, you can ask me. I will tell you all the modules.
If you are confident that, then I am good.
Yeah, I mean, there are 5. I mean, why I'm telling you because I've done around 8 end-to-end implementation, and we have done the integration with project system and MM, PPMM, QMMM, and why I'm telling you the first 5 is very important because that is almost unavoidable. That is MMFI, very important. MMFI. That's kind of it's impossible without FI. You can go ahead. You must know what is MMFI. It goes hand to hand. Okay. Then MMSG. Okay, because a lot of place maybe there is not a quality management, and that okay, and maybe there is no WM or project system, but MMFI, MMSD is very important. The next stage we call as a MMPP. Okay, and then if you have a WM, of course MMWM. Okay, and the final one is this MMQM. Okay, so these are the 5 very important. Apart from this, of course, you can go, you can ask me about the project system or I mean other module like cross module even. Okay, like SRM. Okay, which is not a part of ECC. It's a new dimensional model.
Yeah, that is another system, right?
Another system, another server on that SRM. Okay, but I will tell you all about, I mean, as and when you want or okay, tell, but generally if you'll discuss this thing, the best time is at the end once you understand the product, MM. So you will understand how it will map with others, okay? So integration is equally important, but MMFI, MMSD impossible to avoid. You have to
Right.
know about that, because you need to configure. I mean, a lot of your configuration is based on there. Okay, you need to give so many information to finance to make the GL, and they can do the setting.
Right.
So it's very, very important. Okay, so the class will go like that. I will be telling you the concepts, and
Right.
until it's not clear, stop me and ask me a number of questions,
Sure. I will
because
definitely stop. I don't leave you if I don't understand.
after that, I will just show in the SAP how we do that, especially the configuration customizing part, which will not be helpful in the certification point of view, but that will be very helpful in the project implementation point of view.
Yeah, both required for me
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
already
Why I'm stressing again and again, because even I told you earlier also, when I did certification, I was not able to do anything in the SAP other than InDesign or some look and feel of the
right.
SAP. It was almost impossible, and then I shocked like how people are working. Okay, so the key here is success is only practice
Yes.
to discuss the real-time scenarios, business
Mm,
process scenarios, and how we mapped in the SAP, that to check. What are the options? Okay, what
right.
is the limitation as well? That is also very important. Okay,
Right.
so we'll meet
Uh,
tomorrow at the same time. Yeah,
Same
tell
thing.
me.
I have one question of it. So if you can you come up with a plan like how many days? Actually, if you tell me, I mean, you want to tell 5 days a week, right, or 7 days a week?
Okay, okay.
What is your
Well, yeah, generally we cover 2 hours and we do alternate days, because for me, okay, I can finish early. Okay, so what is your urgency? Because from my side, if you'll ask me, I will get money earlier if I'll complete early, right? So I will be always recommending you every day. But as a student, you must understand you need a practice. Okay, you're working guys, so
Abhijit,
it is,
I will take
yeah.
care of the I mean hands-on. Definitely, I will do. Without
Sorry.
I will do the practice definitely before coming to the class.
No. What I'm trying to say here is
Hmm.
many of the students, they go with the alternate days because they get a 1 day of time to do the practice as well as ask a lot of questions.
Hmm.
No, don't want to rush it like every day, like because I understand it's a 40 hours, so every week you're covering 10.
Hmm.
So if you want to do alternate days, you can do that. Sometimes you want uh, continuous, you can do that. Or I mean, it's up to you. What I'm saying, it's up to you. So we can fix the pattern. Or otherwise, we'll go tomorrow and then we decide.
Actually, my plan is to go every day.
Okay. So done.
I
So
mean, what about your availability?
I mean, I don't mind. I mean, it's good for me. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, both are good for me. That's why I was telling you, like, you may go, if you're confident enough for your practice, then I will say yes.
What we'll do? Actually, we start every day. We do every day class.
Every
Based
day
on
means 5 days in a week, right? I mean,
7 days can be two 7 days.
uh, I mean Monday to Friday.
Monday. Tuesday,
Today is the Friday. I
Hmm.
mean, of course, it's a Thursday for you right now.
Hmm.
Uh, so, I mean, we'll do the class like your Sunday to your Thursday.
My question is, can you do the class on Saturday, Sunday also?
Saturday, Sunday, it will be difficult for me because on weekend it will be difficult for me
Okay.
to wake up early. Okay, I mean
I
because
mean,
I mostly work
if
in night
that
shift, so that's a day I get for rest.
okay, that is the only case means it's not a possible. Don't think about the same time, Saturday, Sunday. If you possible for the other times also, that is
That time it is okay, but I think that will be unusual for you. I mean, if I say afternoon 12 o'clock like that, uh,
Very late. Yeah.
That means it will
Right.
be,
Right.
yeah, it will
It's
very, I mean, it will
very
be a
late.
very early morning for you.
It will be
So
2 o'clock,
if
2:30,
you
right?
can do your early morning, I mean,